Alright, so the first step to setting up your bow now is to find your center shot. And we're going to tie 2 pieces of serving on here along with a dummy D-loop. And that's going to allow us to see what length we need this cord at to get our drop away rest to work properly, and also adjust our peep sight up and down and tie that in. And then once that's done, we'll cut that D-loop off and tie another one on so it turns that peep sight whenever you draw your bow back. So what you're going to need to do this is you're going to need an arrow with the nock that you're going to be using for this specific bow. And the reason for that is we're going to tie a piece of serving on the bottom and the top to mark our nock point, and it also eliminates nock pinch. And then you're going to need your level up front on your arrow and also the one on your bowstring to make sure your bow is square. So first what we're going to do is make sure our arrow is crossing through this burger buttonhole, and it marks the center of your riser, and what you have to do is you have to adjust your rest up and down until it's crossing directly through there. Once you center your arrow in the burger buttonhole, the next step is to make sure your string is square. So what we're going to do is use this level to make sure it's perfectly up and down, and it is. So now we can start moving our nock point. So we'll use the level at the front of the arrow and adjust our nock point from the back until that is squared up. So it looks to be about right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tie our serving on the top and on the bottom of this to mark that nock point.
Go.
Alright, so now that we found our nock point, what we're going to do is tie on 2 pieces of serving, about a foot long each, and we're going to tie one on the top and one on the bottom. And what that's going to do is, number one, it's going to mark your nock point. So if you ever have to cut your D-loop off, it's going to keep that nock point consistent and you won't have to resight it and recenter it. The second thing it's going to do is it's going to eliminate nock pinch. So nock pinch is, especially on these shorter axle-to-axle bows, when you draw back, your arrow is going to lift off your arrow rest a little bit, and it might set back down, but that's an inconsistency in your arrow path. So that's 2 reasons that I like to do this a lot. Alright, so to tie these in, we'll start with our top one. Take your first piece of serving, just wrap it around 2 times. Make sure it's snug down against your arrow. So there's 1 wrap. Come around twice. Push it clear down to the bottom. All you're going to do from here is tie a double knot. And the reason I say to use a foot of serving, so you have plenty to pull it tight once you get to the end. So from here we'll go ahead and tie on our bottom one. So from there you can pull your arrow out. That's now your nock point, and all we're going to do is cut these off, light them, push them down.
Go.
So that's how you find your center shot. Be sure to check out the next video and we'll show you how to tie in your D-loop.